Hey gang, so here's our problem. We've got another problem on unit rates. So William fills 1/3 of this fancy blue water bottle here in 1/6 of a minute. How much time will it take him to fill the whole bottle? Alright, so in other words, he's filling, let's say there's a third. Alright, that looks like more than a third. Okay, but just deal with it. Okay, so there's a third of his water bottle, alright, that he's going to fill up. It takes him 1/6 of a minute, so that means absolutely nothing to us. So how long will it take him to fill up the whole bottle? Alright, so if he fills up 1/3 in 1/6 of a minute, how much does it take him to fill up the whole bottle? Well, just like we saw before, I'm going to have to set up one of those crazy things called a complex fraction. I've got two fractions up here, 1/3 and 1/6. We've got to figure out where they go. Right? Does 1/3 go in our numerator over here? Does it go in the denominator? Where do we look for that information? We look in our second sentence, right? How much time will it take to fill the bottle? Key word in this entire thing right here. Alright, bottle. Whatever number goes with bottle, we are going to throw into our denominator. Okay? So let's reread. So 1/3 of a water bottle in 1/6 of a minute. Aha. Okay, so now I know, right? 1/3 of a water bottle. So this is my number that is now going to go down here in my denominator. So we can rewrite that. I'll put 1/3 right here. My other number left, 1/6, that's just going to go right here in my numerator. We've got this crazy gigantic looking thing called a complex fraction. Okay, it's complex fraction because there's a fraction in both our numerator and denominator. But let's rewrite this so that we can understand what it really means. So it says 1/6 over 1/3, or 1/6 divided by 1/3. What do we do from here? You got it. Never mind the reason why, just invert and multiply. Invert and multiply, alright, is everything right here. We do not change our 1/6. That's going to stay the same. We're going to invert and multiply. So we're going to multiply. When we invert this, alright, everything changes. So if you're on the top, you're going down here. If you're on the bottom, you're going to go up here. So 1/3, or 1/3, you got it, turns into 3/1. Multiplying fractions, straight across the top, straight across the bottom. We've got some crazy difficult numbers here. 1 times 3, I'm going to guess that that's 3. And the same thing, 6 times 1. I hope that turns into a 6. So here's our answer. So 3/6. So you'll say, Mr. Fricky, I'm done. I will say, well, let's look back at our problem. What do we want to figure out? How much time will it take for him to fill up the bottle? So you would give me the answer 3/6. And then I would ask you, does that answer make any sense? And you'd say, well, of course not, because I didn't reduce 3/6. Well, okay, we can reduce 3/6. I'm over here now. We can reduce that down to 1/2. Are we happy now? Well, we're getting closer. 1/2 is great, but what is that? We have to put a label on that. Well, we look back at our problem. We had 1/3 of a water bottle in 1/6 of a minute. So what were we trying to find? How much time will it take? So our answer then is 1/2 of a minute.